Well, I think this pretty much closes the book on its Me Too. They're tuning in for Me Too. Oh, the WNBA's not going to like that. Oh, those Angel Reese trolls online that are trying to come for me and other YouTube channels, y'all aren't going to like this. Good. Too bad.
Angel Reese is absolutely losing it. All because Caitlin Clark has basically turned WNBA tickets into luxury items. We're talking nosebleed seats priced like mortgage payments. Clark's pulling up from another zip. Code while fans practically need financing for courtside seats. Is she even real? Or some wild fusion of LeBron, Steph, and Taylor Swift in one unstoppable package? The madness started the second Caitlin returned from injury. So much for that. Whole women supporting women thing, right?
Don't hate the player, hate the game she got, because she's really talented, especially for being Palangi, She's like the Stephen Curry of WNBA with the threes and stuff. Like, proven fact is, they had a game on June 7th scheduled, it was going to be Angel Reese's team, which plays in Chicago, and then for Caitlin Clark's team. They were supposed to go up there playing Chicago on June 7th. First, the ticket sales were at $76 a ticket. Then after they found out Caitlin Clark's not playing that game, she got injured, sales dropped to $25 a ticket.
Clark's not just hitting logo threes, she's flipping the whole economic model. Fans are maxing out credit cards, sports media is in full meltdown mode, and execs are scrambling to print more jerseys. The league is being carried on her back, and instead of gratitude, some folks are just bitter. Simple. There was the WNBA before Caitlin, and now there's the Clark era. Back then, tickets cost less than a convenience store hot dog. Now, they're priced like they come with a dinner reservation and a TED Talk from Oprah. If you ride for Clark, drop baby goat over baby giraffe in the comments.
I mean, it's more statistical proof, data, to confirm exactly what we've been saying, that Caitlin Clark is driving this whole ship, this whole bus. She's driving it, everybody else, get in the back. Get in the back.
And over in what feels like a reality TV side plot, Angel Reese is cracking under the spotlight. You'd think all this attention would mean more fame and bigger checks, right? But Angel's acting like Caitlin's rise is some kind of hostile takeover of her group chat. Clark isn't just dropping buckets, she's ringing up sales. Meanwhile, Reese is throwing elbows like she's auditioning for Real Housewives, Chicago Sky Edition.
Hi, Angel. David Moses with the Bigs Media. Last year, you made a powerful statement saying the reason people are watching women's basketball is not just because of one player, but because of you two. A year later, do you feel like you're
Next question. Yeah, we'll move on. Thank you.
This isn't just a heater. Caitlin Clark is orbiting. She doesn't even have to play to shift the culture. Ratings explode when her name's mentioned. Merch sells out from just a sideline shot. Arena workers look like they're running security for Beyoncé. And yet, some players seem more willing to do suicides in flip-flops than admit she's good for business. Instead of embracing the buzz, they're resisting it like it's a bad pass.
Ticket sales are down 70% in many places. The Fever played the Mystics 2 nights ago. The cheapest ticket before her injury was announced was $41, okay? The cheapest one. After her injury was announced and people knew that she wasn't gonna be playing, the lowest ticket price dropped to $3. $3. This is the Caitlin Clark effect. The WNBA still doesn't quite realize what they have in Caitlin Clark. She is the absolute golden goose, the golden ticket. She is the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. They must protect her at all costs. You can argue all you want if she's the best player in the league, but you absolutely cannot argue if she's the most important, because she is. She is more valuable than all the other players combined, and that is just a fact.
You'd assume players would roll out the welcome mat for the one person actually getting people to watch, right? Nope. Some act like Caitlin, barged in and repoed their endorsement deals. The vibe isn't teamwork makes the dream work. It's more like, who said she could sit at our table? The tension is thick, and the shade is even thicker.
WNBA is now suffering a major injury as Caitlin Clark is going to be out for 2 weeks with a quad injury. And the reason we're bringing this up specifically is the Clarkonomics effect to this. Obviously, players miss time all the time, but the Sky and the Fever were supposed to play in Chicago in about a week on June 7th. The opening ticket price was $86 because you have the Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark showdown that is now box office. Yeah, those tickets are now down to $25. Down to $25 after the injury announcement. And it's supposed to take place in the Bulls Arena, the United Center, as opposed to the normal Wintrust Arena. That's about a 12,000 seat difference, give or take. So
here's the kicker. Clark could be sitting on the bench sipping water and the building's still packed. It's like fans came just for a potential glimpse. Who else gets that level of anticipation? Definitely not. The player's more focused on motivational posts than point production. Sure, we respect the legends, but we also respect the 2.5 million people tuning in to watch Caitlin Clark get triple-teamed from the logo. Rather than riding the momentum, some players seem more interested in cutting off the current. It's like there's this weird bitterness, like Clark stole something that was never even theirs. Reality check, she's not your rival. She's the rocket ship. You're just the ones trying to cut the wires.
Now, fans that either sold their tickets or whatever, all of a sudden an emphasis is starting to get thrown onto the tickets where people believe she will be playing. And that's starting to make the ticket prices go up, and up.
Up front, it's all smiles, handshakes, and high fives. But underneath, eye rolls, cheap shots, and behind-the-scenes talk that she still has to earn it. Earn it? She's the reason your game's on national television instead of lost on local cable. And let's be real, Caitlin's not asking for handouts. She's just casually launching bombs from the logo like she's got NASA on speed dial. Meanwhile, some of these players act like they're heaven's bouncers guarding the gate to hoop greatness.
Support system, that shouldn't change. I think, Caitlin knows that she has the ears and eyes in the locker room, and the support that she has behind, whether it's us or anybody else. I would like to think that she knows it's there, and to really take her time and make sure that she's, well enough to be who she needs to be for us, because I want the 100% Caitlin, so I'll take it.
Every time Clark touches the ball, the media frenzy activates. It's like ESPN crossed with National Geographic to document her movements in cinematic detail. Pundits go wild. TikTok spins up new debates about zone coverage. And still, the commentary comes. She hasn't earned it. Please, she's accomplished more in 4 weeks than some franchises have in 4 seasons. Even when she's benched, she's front-page news. Scalpers are charging festival-level prices just in case she suits up. Fans are losing it just to get a glimpse. Meanwhile, players are tweeting like Clark stole their sneaker endorsements. The resentment? It's real, but it's completely off base. She might be a second-year pro, but she's already more marketable than your last deep playoff push.
Turns out she's human after all, Dan. She's going to be out for at least a couple of weeks, it appears.
Yeah, what's interesting about Caitlin Clark? Remember last year, she played in the Final Four. Right after that, she went immediately to the WNBA. Draft came, season started, and, didn't miss a beat. And all of a sudden, she got a little rest and comes back, gets a little banged up. I heard you talking about it earlier, and it's going to be fascinating to me, Ricky. I've been to Fever games, and the one thing you notice, and this is more so than even when Peyton Manning was the quarterback of the Colts.
What we're seeing is denial on a gold medal level. Of course, the WNBA has always had elite talent. Diana Taurasi could knock over a wall and have it send her flowers in return. But what Clark has tapped into is something else. It's viral. It's electric. It's a cultural phenomenon sealed in a Gatorade bottle. That can't be coached, copied, or manufactured. No one's pretending she's flawless. She makes mistakes, takes hits and misses shots. But even her misses go viral. She scratches her head and the blogosphere thinks she's got a concussion. That's not PR, it's presence. She didn't ask for the spotlight. She just earned it by redefining what impact looks like.
One word to describe Caitlin Clark.
Amazing. Yes. A beast. She is the truth.
If the WNBA had any marketing sense, they'd bottle Clark's momentum and slap a league logo on it. Instead, she's getting side eyes, cold shoulders, and elbows sharper than Angel Reese's Instagram barbs. Caitlin's not here for sorority pledges. She's here to shift the league from niche status to mainstream must-watch. But some players still treat it like some kind of rookie initiation. Newsflash? This isn't a friend group, it's a business. And Caitlin Clark is the league's biggest product, hottest headline, and most viral storyline all in one. Angel can keep throwing post-game jabs, but while she's busy with shade, Clark's rewriting what the league could become. And if others don't step up, they'll be watching her climb the ladder from the couch again.
And I mean, she's the truth, and she was a rookie, right?
Yeah.
Knock down the three-pointer, get to the rim. She can get to the free throw line. She's crafty.
Yeah, very crafty.
Crafty. So sometimes she look like she's coming off for a three-point shot, and she backdoors you for a layup. She gets her teammates involved. She can pass. She can shoot. Man, she is a complete basketball player.
Here's where things really start heating up. Even casual sports fans who never followed the WNBA can see Caitlin Clark as being treated differently. Is this seriously how you welcome the one player bringing millions of new eyes to your league? Apparently, yes. If you're still mad about missing a shoe deal, that's unfortunate. This was the easiest win in WNBA history. Use the spotlight to lift everyone. Drive jersey sales, secure TV contracts, grow the sport. But instead, half the league acts like Clark's success is a threat, not a breakthrough. Every time she steps on the floor, or even just dresses, visibility skyrockets. Yet instead of building a legacy, some players are busy building walls. That's the real shame. Because we could be in a golden era if ego didn't keep playing defense. Sure, Caitlin's a sophomore, but she's already holding the league, the media, and $1 billion future in the palm of her hand. Whether she's pulling from the logo or chilling in warm-ups, the Caitlin Clark effect is undeniable. And the league can either run with it or get left behind.
How crazy was this season versus the seasons past?
Our jersey sales were up 1,193%. The Caitlin Clark effect is real, and we're thrilled about it. But it brought visibility to the whole team of the Fever and to the WNBA. But if we just want to keep it in Indiana, we look at ticket sales sold out every night, over 17,000 fans in our games at home. When Caitlin announced that she was coming out into the draft on a Thursday afternoon, from that time to Sunday night, we had over 6,000 phone calls, people wanting to buy season tickets. But even something as simple as our terrific mascot, Freddie Fever, his appearance requests went up 150% this season. So you're talking about the Fever, the team, which is what we've been working on.
Let's call it what it is, when the arena gets louder. During shoot-around than it does for the opening tip. You're not just watching a game, you're witnessing a movement. Clark didn't break the WNBA. She exposed how much power it had waiting to be unlocked. But that's a tough pill to swallow for players who thought visibility was all about social media agents and brand deals. And right on cue comes Cathy Engelbert, the WNBA commissioner, walking like she single-handedly catapulted the league into the mainstream. Now she's giving TED Talks called How I Saved the WNBA, while treating Caitlin Clark like an overly hyped intern. Cathy didn't drop 40 on South Carolina. She didn't set viewership records. And she sure didn't get casual male sports fans Googling dribble handoff. But here she is, acting like this was all part of her 5-point strategy. The Caitlin Clark phenomenon isn't some marketing deck, it's a cultural wave. And Engelbert's lucky to still be holding onto the rim while it rumbles.
Shame on you! Cathy Engelbert pens this beautiful article written by Cathy, about Cathy, for Cathy, explaining why she is solely responsible for the boom of the WNBA. Folks, I wish I was kidding, but I'm not. I wish I was kidding, but I'm not. The commissioner of the WNBA on transferring the league ahead of a breakout season. And what was that plan that Cathy Engelbert put in place? Working in partnership with my new WNBA team members, NBA colleagues, and WNBA owners, we developed a strategy with 3 pillars. The league would think player first.
Here's the real test. Take Caitlin Clark out of the picture. Just erase her. Suddenly the crowd sounds like someone pressed mute, and ESPN replaces your primetime game with a lawn bowling rerun. The ratings? Somewhere between Ghost Town and Tumbleweed. But Cathy's still out here doing press tours, saying strategic growth initiatives like she's launching a new tech startup. Sure, Cathy, America totally just woke up and became obsessed with Indiana Fever games because of your Q3 revenue models. There's nothing like watching two teams who couldn't sell out a mall kiosk suddenly headline sports segments. And yet, Engelbert's treating Clark like a background dancer in her WNBA Rises documentary.
Yes, man, you guys heard me correctly. None other than Kathy Engelbert is singing a different tune this season about Caitlin Clark. Now, we know last year she was talking about all of the other rookies being included in this, making a difference, being able to help contribute to the Big Bang of the WNBA. This time around, she's owing it all to Caitlin Clark. Me personally, I told y'all this at the beginning of the month. The chickens was coming home to roost for the WNBA, because I'm telling you right now, there has been a lot of spooky things going on and people is tired of.
Let's be honest. If Clark hadn't turned the WNBA into a cultural frenzy, this whole operation would still be scrimmaging in high school gyms. But instead of building her a statue, Kathy's out giving speeches about hard work behind the scenes. Like this was all a coordinated master plan. Reality check. The only thing happening behind the scenes is the chaos that'll unfold if Clark ever steps away. If she quit tomorrow, the league would collapse faster than a wet Jenga tower. One player pulled this league into the spotlight, and now Kathy's trying to remix it into a team effort. This isn't a group project, it's Caitlin's world. Tour and the league's lucky to be tagging along. Honestly, they should have her in bubble wrap with Secret Service escorts. Forget load management. It's legacy preservation. She's not just an athlete. She's the poster, the pitch, and the primetime performer. But every game she gets knocked around like she wandered into an NFL scrimmage. Refs watch her get bulldozed and call nothing. Like we're suddenly in the Mad Max version of the WNBA.
But Kathy Engelbert, in her naivete or in her delusion, she takes credit for it. Instead of saying it's because of Caitlin Clark, instead of saying it's because of the person from Iowa, instead of saying it was because of her, Kathy says, oh, it's all me. My strategy, my plan, my 3 pillars. In this entire article, Kathy Engelbert mentions Caitlin Clark's name 2, maybe 3 times. Angel Reese's name once. Cameron Briggs' name once. Let's get right into it, because this article, from start to finish, is disgusting.
Here's a novel concept: protect your most valuable asset. Caitlin Clark isn't just hooping. She's fueling the WNBA's economic revival. She's the reason resale tickets are outpricing concert tours. She's why the media is suddenly treating the WNBA like it matters, not as filler between cornhole and curling. So you'd think the league would be wrapping her in Kevlar between games. Instead, it's like they're testing how many hits she can take before needing a lawyer. This is your LeBron moment, your Serena moment, your Steph moment. But instead of building the Caitlin cinematic universe, they've got her eating elbows like it's the bad boy Pistons all over again. And the same players benefiting from her star power are throwing shade and forearms like she didn't raise the floor for all of them. Clark doesn't need to prove anything. She needs her own security detail and an intro video with a glowing "do not touch" warning. Because let's be real, without her, this season has the excitement of a slow drip coffee machine. She's earned the celebration. Put her name on an award, make her a hologram, whatever it takes. Caitlin Clark didn't just join the league, she reinvented it. And if you're with her, go ahead and drop baby goat over baby giraffe in the comments, smash that like button and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss what's next.